Hi everyone, this is James from Eurovision Ireland, back with the latest episode of the Best of Eurovision as voted for by you. Today we have the results from Switzerland, or should I say, aujourd'hui nous avons le résultat de la Suisse. Or heute wir haben die Resultate aus der Schweiz. Or oggi abbiamo I risultati dalla Svizzera. And unfortunately, I ma dispiace to our Romansh speakers, I have a Romansh dictionary. Unfortunately, it's quite a small one, as you see. Didn't have the word for result in there, so sorry about that. The thought was there though. Who have your results crowned as winner for Switzerland? Let's take a look and find out. So, let's get started. In 10th place with 180 points, it's Canzone per te from 1991. As the contest was being hosted in Italy that year, it's perhaps not surprising that Sandra Simo sang her uplifting ballad in Italian. After all, doesn't hurt to cozy up to the host nation, does it? Now, when voting rolled around, the song got 2 sets of 12 from Belgium and Luxembourg, but only 4 from host Italy, who instead gave their 12 to France. Ultimately though, the song finished in a very respectable 5th place. Ninth place with 184 points, it's Hunter of Stars from 2014. Combining a country twang, whistling and of course Sabauta's doubtless charm and charisma as a performer, this song was tipped to do well in Copenhagen and ultimately finished in 13th place. Now, while that might not sound very impressive, when you consider only 3 Swiss entries made it to a grand final in the whole of the 2010s, it suddenly stands head and shoulders above a lot of other Swiss entries that decade.
Fades away in the night, and there it comes. I don't wanna guess, it's no bliss for you tonight. Want me to go, want me to go, cause I think I'm lying, cause I think I'm lying. No, open the door, cause tonight I cannot go. Hunting for stars, no, no.
In 8th place with 235 points, it's Répondez-moi from 2020, the Eurovision that never was. This haunting French language ballad sent shivers down the spines of Eurovision fans all over and instantly became a hot favourite to win the contest that year. Now, interesting bit of trivia for you. Liz Assia won the first Eurovision for Switzerland back in 1956. 32 years later, Celine Dion wins for Switzerland. 32 years after that would have been 2020. Now, while we can speculate, we'll never know for sure if Répondez-moi could have won Eurovision 2020, but I think Jean Stiers has definitely proved he's got what it takes to catapult Switzerland to the top of the scoreboard.
Je donne ma langue au chat, répondez.
In 7th place with 238 points, it's Cool Vibes from 2005. This dark brooding rock song sung by the Estonian girl band Vanilla. No Steggy, not Vanilla Ice Cream, Vanilla Ninja. Yes, of course you do. This song came 8th in both the semi-final and in the final, and, curiously, until 2019 it was the highest scoring English language entry from Switzerland at the Eurovision Song Contest. In 6th place with 242 points, it's Era Stupendo from 2008. In the run-up to the contest in Belgrade, this gentle rock ballad by Paolo Meneguzzi was a huge fan favourite, and so many people were shocked when it ultimately finished in 13th place in the semi-final and didn't make it to Saturday night's show. Indeed, it's the only entry in our list tonight that hasn't appeared at a Eurovision final. It's also the most recent song sent by Switzerland sung in Italian, although considering we're heading to Turin next year, I suspect that won't be the case for much longer. In fifth place with 243 points, it's Pas pour moi from 1986. Finishing in second place in Bergen, this very classical sounding Eurovision entry featuring Danielle Simmons playing the piano finished just 36 points behind Belgium, even though both countries received 5 sets of 12 points. Now, according to some sources, when Belgium's winner Sandra Kim revealed that she was only 13 years old, some say Switzerland petitioned the EBU to have her disqualified, theoretically handing victory over to Daniela. Now, of course, nothing ever came of this, and Belgium's victory still stands, and Pas pour moi is the 4th time in Eurovision history that Switzerland finished in second place.
Moi je veux une histoire pour une vie. Ce n'est pas ça qui me fait décrocher les airs. Un jeu pour une nuit. Non, ce n'est pas ça. Je veux l'amour, l'amour comme il était une fois. Sublime sentiment, c'est ça que je veux de toi.
In fourth place with 277 points, it's Yo Sensate from 1981. Now, for Peter, Sue and Mark, it's all the fours. They came fourth in our poll. It was the 4th time they'd been to the Eurovision Song Contest. It was the 4th language they'd sung in at the Eurovision Song Contest. And they finished 4th that evening, although they scored more 12 points than any other country taking part, including the winners, the United Kingdom. Yo Sensate is also the highest scoring Italian language entry sent by Switzerland to the Eurovision Song Contest.
Io senza te cosa farei? Io non respiro se tu non ci sei. Io senza te cosa sarei? Una parola che non vola più.
So we are moving on into your top 3, and in 3rd place with 326 points, it's She Got Me from 2019. Ending a 4-year non-qualification streak, Luca Hänni finished 4th in Tel Aviv, marking the first time in over 25 years that Switzerland had finished in the top 5. I mean, this is such a great track, it's very modern, it makes you want to dance, it's got a great beat to it, and of course Luca is insanely popular, and I'm sure Luca can feel the love, and I'm not at all surprised it's done so well in our poll this evening.
When she go low, when she go low, she goes solo, she goes solo. Oh, she know, oh, she know, she got me dirty dancing. When she go low, when she go low, she goes solo, she goes solo. Oh, she know, oh, she know, she got me dirty dancing, dirty dancing. Dirty dancing.
In second place with 331 points, it's To l'Univers from 2021. One of several artists returning to the contest after their 2020 participation has been cancelled, there was a lot of hype around John's Tears, and it seems to have been very well founded. Not only did Switzerland win their semi-final by quite a substantial margin, they went on to top the 2021 jury vote and ultimately finished 3rd, giving Switzerland their best ever placing at the contest since 1993. To l'Univers also currently ranks as the highest scoring French language entry from Switzerland and their highest scoring entry to date. So here we are, first place. Just who have your votes crowned as winner and best of Eurovision for Switzerland? Well, I can reveal with 369 points, your winner is Ne partez pas sans moi from 1988. I mean, what a classic, what an iconic Eurovision entry, and of course it involved in one of the most nail-biting finishes ever seen at the contest. Switzerland overtook the United Kingdom at the very last minute in voting, and by just one single point, much to the audible shock of everyone gathered there in the audience in Dublin. I mean, that's just amazing in itself. And of course, the song was performed by a then relatively unknown young singer by the name of Celine Dion. I wonder whatever happened to her. No, just kidding. Of course, she went on to become one of the biggest selling artists of all time, and some people have suggested that her winning Eurovision was a stepping stone in that. So, all that's left to say is congratulations to Celine Dion. You are now inducted into the Eurovision Ireland Hall of Fame as the best of Eurovision for Switzerland. Congratulations.
Sur des rayons, sur des soleils, sur des chansons, sur des merveilles et dans un ciel d'amour. Le bleu de l'infini, la joie d'être libre. Vous qui volez vers d'autres vies, vous qui volez vers l'endemi, ne partez pas sans moi.
So congratulations once again to Celine Dion. You now enter the Eurovision Ireland Hall of Fame as the best of Eurovision for Switzerland. Congratulations. Next to me here you can see a full breakdown of results. You can see how everyone else did. A huge thank you to everyone out there who voted as always. And as you can see, some of these points are very, very close. So each and every one of your votes is really important and really does matter. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Did your favourite do really well? Did your favourite not do very well? Get in touch and let us know. You can do that by the comments below, or you can reach out to us on any of our social media platforms. We really love hearing from you, and as I've already said, we do these videos just for you. So next up on our tour around Europe, we will be looking at your best of Eurovision entries from Belgium. The first of those polls are now live on EurovisionIreland.net. As always, you'll have a week to vote for your favourite odd-yeared entries, a week to vote for your favourite even-yeared entries, and then a week to vote amongst your 20 finalists before we crown our winner in our video. So don't delay, head on over to EurovisionIreland.net and cast your vote now. As we said, every vote counts. You can keep up to date with all things Eurovision Ireland on any of the social media channels listed here, or you can head on over to the website EurovisionIreland.net, where we'll have all our coverage from the Junior Eurovision Song Contest in Paris. That's only a few weeks away now, and we're also going to have some panel shows on YouTube discussing the songs, so make sure you're subscribed and you don't miss those. But we haven't heard anything new from Turkvision for quite a while, so we hope it's still happening, because that's fantastic. But even if that doesn't, we still have the Eurovision Song Contest from Turin next year, and there are going to be a lot of national finals this season, so you definitely don't want to miss any of that. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, thank you Europe, and good night.